guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Anissa Sky. So today I'm going to snorkeling, hiking, and kayaking. I think that's how you pronounce it. My mom, set up a thing for us to do it, so that's what we're gonna do today. And yeah, y'all gonna be coming along with me. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Share this video with your friends because it's about to be the latest video ever on my channel. Period.
20 minutes later.
Meet the locals. Kayak, hike, and snorkeling adventures. Virgin Islands Eco Tours.
Hike and snorkel tour today. This is where we're at right here. We're gonna start by making our way out into the mangrove. Now we are the first tour of the day, so the water won't be too yellow, so we don't gotta worry about that. But we're gonna go along, we're gonna talk about the flora and the fauna, all that fun stuff. Going along, we're gonna paddle through here till we get to this straightaway. We call this straightaway Stingray Alley. We call it that because it does allow stingrays to kind of come into the lagoon. But in reality, it's just a nice way of saying that's where the wind's gonna be. And we're gonna have a lot of fun for the rest of the way there. We're gonna earn our lunch that way. So we're gonna paddle along till we get here. This is Cascade. K is another word for key. Key is another word for coral sediment, which is what we're gonna be walking on. Ground's gonna kind of resemble what we got going on down here. Just a little more white. But we're gonna go in. We're gonna meet the locals of Cass. We're gonna walk along all the way down to this end right here. We do call this end Red Point. Alright, spoiler alert, it is red. That's a tough one to say with a buff on. Spoiler. There we go. But that's where that's where the blowhole's at. So we're gonna take some photos when we get over there, hang out for a bit. We're gonna walk back here to where we parked our kayaks. Once we get back to the boats, we're gonna begin the snorkel portion. We're gonna go out into this red water, kind of go up near this dotted line, make a big circle, come back, play some I Spy, look for the wrench and the library, all that fun stuff. Super fun. Any questions about what we're gonna do? Pretty straightforward, pretty simple, fantastic. Alright, as far as safety goes, I do gotta talk about safety a little bit. We do gotta worry about a big S word. It's gonna follow us around all day today. Does anyone know what that is? That's right, the sun. Thank you. We're gonna have a great one. But this sun, it's hot. It's real hot today. So make sure you're drinking water, stay covered up, put on sunscreen. They're all great options. We do have rules about sunscreen though. Pulls away my face. We do have rules about sunscreen though. We ask that you put it on before we leave here, right when we get there, walking along the trail. All great times to do so. Just ask that you not do it right before we get in the water. It's not going to do you any good. It's too late at that point. So there'll be various points where I'll forget to tell you to replay. But we'll figure that one out. And then as far as footwear goes, everyone seems to have really good footwear today. But as long as you're comfortable in your shoes, you should be all right. We're gonna do the majority of our hike is really gonna be like a little nature walk. Nothing too crazy, nothing too strenuous. When we get to Red Point, we are gonna have to go up and over some rocks and down into the float hole. Can get a little slippery over there. So we, 3 points of contact, all that fun stuff. If you got those flip-flops that go in between your toes, just ask that you be careful. Those have a tendency to break in that area. It's kind of how it works out. But other than that, anything you want to take out there, go for it. Just note that it'll probably get wet. Just a good rule of thumb. Anything you don't want to take out there, I'm going to have some lockers open up right back there, one of those green doors. I'll throw a lock on it. I won't unlock it until we're all back here hanging out under the tent. So if anything you don't want to take, I don't know, like I said, cobwebs. Figuring it out. But Melissa's going to be doing something, so let's say you don't want to take your phone up there, you're worried about it getting wet or something like that. We do have an offer, like, we have to take.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking photos for you guys. I'll be your personal paparazzi today. Yep, so just smile and wave when you see me. And then also, guys, you're going to have to wear your life jackets the entire time. You can take them off on the hike, of course, but make sure you're wearing those. We also have masks and snorkels out here before we head out if you want to make sure the mask fits properly.
Cool. Photo package is $30. That's with your group that you came with. Examples of that are on the TV behind us. So if at any point you're around Melissa and you're like, oh man, this would make a really great photo, definitely just go ahead and ask her. And there's going to be various spots throughout the trip where she's going to be like, oh look, this is such a great spot, and then we take photos. It's going to be fun. In the water, on the water, we do go to wear a vest. Has anybody has anybody kayaked before? Anybody kayaked? Fantastic. If you haven't kayaked, that's okay. We're going to have a great time. It's going to be super simple. I'm on paddle, but I'll show you when we get out there. But thank you. As far as kayaking goes, it's super simple. You're going to take your paddles, you're going to put them in at your feet, and you're going to kind of pull them to your seat. So you're going to be sitting down, you put them toward your feet, you pull it to your seat. That's how you go forward. If you need to go backwards, all you got to do is the opposite. You put it in at your seat, you push it to your feet, and then you'll go backwards. And we'll show you when we get on the dock. If you haven't kayaked before, just let me or Melissa know when you're getting into the boat. We'll give you a quick little tutorial, and then we'll make you sink or swim. Good to go. If no more questions, what we're going to do now is we're going to get our vests on. We're going to get ready to go out. My indication that you're ready to go is you got that vest on. You look slightly confused, and you have no idea where you're going. So, cool. Once they develop those lungs, they can no longer go back out to sea. Otherwise, they'll drown. They're not very good swimmers. They just sink. Now, what we're in right here is a floodplain. So this area at some point in time is going to be all the way underwater. So these hermit crabs had to develop a system to be able to survive around the water without getting knocked out to sea and drowning. So what they did is they developed a little system. They store water in their claws. They keep a little water droplet in their claw. And that water droplet can act as a barometer. So they can feel changes in the air pressure. And when that happens, they either move inland or they start climbing. Now, it's got these perfectly designed taco leaves. When it rains, as it just did, water droplets are going to run along that taco. It's going to gather up that sap. It's got this perfectly designed drip tip. What it's going to do is it's going to take that drip tip and drip toxic water right underneath of itself. Now, why would a tree want to drip toxic water under it? That's right, plants. Sorry. That's right, it wants to kill off plants. If we look around, plants are growing all over top of each other. There's a bunch of stuff. So there's a couple things that are scarce out here. Space, which is sunlight, and water. If there's a tree growing over top of this tree, all of a sudden, it's getting less nutrients. So this tree was just like, guys, please back up. Like, space. Like, give me the spot, 6 feet. That's right. We get new jokes now. Not all. So Christopher Columbus, he was making his way across the ocean blue, helping out everybody he came across by liberating them of their lives. But he wrote about a bunch of stuff. So they came across the manchineel tree. They were suffering from a thing called scurvy, lack of vitamin C. Throws an apple. They brought the apples back on the ship. He's like, I don't know what that is. I'm not going to eat it. So he had his little 12-year-old cabin boy give it a shot. Least important man on the ship. He ate it. Said it was delicious. So a bunch of other people joined in. And they start chowing down. Now about 30 minutes go by. They start getting a peppery feeling in their throat. So what they did is they start chugging water. You got pepper throat, you got dry throat, you start chugging water. But, like I said about the toxins, when it rains, it gathers sap. So it likes water. Water's great. It activates it. It's things get a little more potent when the water comes into play. So they're starting to chug water. All they've done is made the perfect concoction in their mouth. So that peppery feeling started to transition into an irony taste. We all know what that is. Their ins tried to become their outs, and none of them made it. And so that's that. Now the Caribbean Arawak Indians, they were Mayan Aztec descent. They made their way across the Caribbean first. They would dip their spears and arrowheads in the sap of the manchineel when they'd go to battle. And if they really didn't like you, what they would do is they would flay you. Or not flay you, I'm sorry. They would whip you. Flay's a whole different story. They'd whip you and they'd tie you up under the tree. And then they'd wait for it to rain. And so that's what they would do.
Several months later.
Hey guys, hope you love and enjoy this video. This is the editing version of me. I was editing and I realized I did not do an outro, so I'm gonna just do a quick one right now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I enjoyed my experience. Happy to share it with you guys. And yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification down in the bottom. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.